the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor. Speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire. When the night's closing in, you remind me. When I'm lost in the maze, need a word for these days. I just call, I just raise every question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened.
Boom! Let's go. It's the weekend, but we are gonna fix as many SaaS and startups as possible. If you don't know me, my name is Riley Riles. I'm a startup advisor and investor, engineers, 15 years of experience. I worked with startups, I worked with big tech, I worked with big consulting all over the world. And this live is for you to get your questions answered. So, first of all, let me know if you hear me well. Let me know where you're located. I always love to know who's watching, where you guys are watching from. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you want to sit next to me during this session to present your SaaS or share your expertise or answer some people's question, let me know. I'll show you the link of the studio and let's get started. Boom. All right, let me bring this back up. Let's go. There we go. All right. So that's SaaS and Startup Kitchen. That's my community where I help founders. But what we're gonna do today is having a look at some cool things right away. And we'll start with a roast my landing page. Boom. Roasting this now. Let's go straight into business with roasting this landing page. Let me put this full screen. There we go. So we're gonna have a little roast of Talanoa. So Talanoa is a startup member of the kitchen, and we're gonna start with this. We had a couple of back and forth to improve the landing page, and so we are going to see if there was some improvements with this. But before I dive into Talanoa, how can you get reviewed or roasted or your questions answered? Let me show you this right now. I have a thread on here. You know what? Let me pin it so people can find it easily. Pin. There we go. Let me show you that. So what you can do is jump into X, look for my profile, and you'll find this post where you can drop your questions, drop your SaaS, your product, and I will answer everything. So we have a couple of questions here already. So we're going to have a look at that. And that's how you can do the same. Let's get started. Boom, boom, boom. So let me just make sure people know this exists. So let me just share one more time. That beauty. There we go. We are live. Sorry, let's go. We are live. Let's go. Okay. That being said, let me get back to the profile. So if you want to get your startup product reviewed, roasted, whatever you want, check. I pinned the comment. I pinned the post on my profile, and or send me a DM or something like that. I'll figure it out throughout the session. But right now, today, let's start with the starting one. Talanoa. There we go. This is the one. This is the one. So let me grab a little cup of tea. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. So let me switch to this view so it's better for everyone to see. So the product is called Talanoa. Talanoa. It's from John Martin. Shout out to John Martin, member of the kitchen, the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. So let's have a look at that. So first thing I see when I'm in this landing page is stop falling behind your inbox. Stop falling behind your inbox. Then I see a little bit of this. Then my eyes are slightly attracted to what's happening at the bottom because it has a little bit of colors, which is a nice contrast with the full theme that is grayscale. And so that's my sort of first focal point. It's really important to get the focal point from users, so you can play and design the experience. So stop falling behind on your inbox. I think it's smart. I'm wondering if this is a proper verbatim that you got, John, from your customers. How often you heard people saying, man, I'm falling behind from my inbox. Like, I'm falling behind from my inbox. It doesn't sound to me that it's something people naturally say, but I could be wrong. I'm not the user. I'm not the ideal user. So I want to challenge that. Is it the number one thing? Is it the number one symptom people say about this? But it's much better than last time. The next thing, see your emails by sender, not by date. This is a really tricky one. This is a really tricky one because it's, number one, it's a feature. So you are pushing a feature, and I'm not sure people would get it. Like, you seems to be saying people are doing something wrong, or they're doing something the wrong way, but the problem is that they don't know that they're doing things the wrong way. It's like when you've had a mailbox for, when all you've known was the classic email box system, you're fully used to it. So you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know how you're doing things wrong. And so here, it's not clear to me why I should see emails by sender and not by date, right? Hey, you should do fractional cardio or instead of normal cardio. Really? Like, why? And you're not explaining it. So I wouldn't subtitle with this. No more never-ending pile. Open your inbox and know exactly where to look. So this, you see, this is 100 times better than everything you wrote above. Everything that you wrote above. Here's what I would do. I would take this line. I would go here. I'll do some developer shit. You know, guys, I love to do this. Inspect. Boom. Kaboom. Kaboom. I would just remove this line, and I would just say no more never ending emails. Here, and like here, I would say just get shit done. That's it. No more never ending emails. Just get shit done. Like, that's it. I'm a bit harsh, I know, but you get the point. Like, this line describes the problem way better than your clever marketing stuff that was before that. So people think, shit, I'm tired of this email app. I open, I see 257, and I cleaned it for 3 hours last night. When does it stop? Right? And so now if you put something like that, I think people say, okay, that's me. So this describes the problem, and marketing the problem is the way to go. So let's say you got my attention. Now I'm gonna scroll a little bit. Wait, what's happening here? Okay. Okay, there's a clever animation. I like it. See it in action. But wait, one more thing, because I'm gonna say this a lot today. Please, I beg you guys, remove the M dash. Remove the M dash. If you're telling me that you wrote the M dash yourself, like when you hear me saying this, go into the comments and give me the keyboard shortcut of the M dash. I challenge you. None of you know how to type an M dash with your keyboards, so you're using AI. Me, when I see an M dash in a copy, I immediately assume the copy was written by AI, and it tells me two things. Number one, I shouldn't trust the copy because it could be like pure hallucination. Number two, you're just a lazy ass who couldn't just parse the copy and do like a research replace. So if you're lazy ass with your marketing, you're gonna be lazy ass with the service that you're selling me, and I don't want that. Clip this. Boom. So let's assume this M dash doesn't exist. I see it again here. This is not possible. The contrast is way too light, too thin. Like I can barely read the sentence from here. Like you see, I can barely read the sentence from here. So change the color. And the cool thing is like you have this nice purple here that stands out. I would use it exactly here. This is where you want to put it. Same thing here. It's extremely hard to read. And I'm missing the entire point. Look, I actually didn't even notice that value proposition. 2,400 people already made the switch. You have really good social proof. 2,400 people are already trusting you. I would put this slightly higher up and rebound on this. If you have 2,400 people who made the switch, how many hours did you save these guys in total? You probably saved people hundred thousands of hours staying away from their mailbox. Put this number big so they get the value proposition. Anyway, now let me scroll. Really elegant font. I like the artistic direction. It's really elegant. Email for the focused, the overwhelmed, the human. Again, this is too clever. This is too clever. You're not Apple. You are not Apple. People don't know you exist. Give them the dumb thing. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Email for the focused. Who's the focused? What does it mean to be focused? For the overwhelmed. Like, what is being overwhelmed? The human? Okay, I get it. That's too clever. Like, make it simple. Make it people like, okay, no, I need this. That's a screenshot. Yeah. The thing with screenshots is there's a lot of information in the screenshot. There's like 3 blocks of elements. Block number 1, block number 2, block number 3. And the problem is like people, they've never seen your application. So right now you're giving them shitload of information. So what you need to do, if you can, I would make this a GIF where I only see this and like the UI here is adjusted. Then I select David and then it opens David's panel. And then I select David's email, and then I select the email from David. So like my eyes slowly learn what's happening. And this would be a masterclass because this is going to be a way to train your future users to use the application before even downloading it. The other thing is the classic marketing before and after. So right here you have that little Gmail on the side. I would also show, hey, here's what the Gmail inbox looks like. Now that same inbox in Talanoa looks like. So you have the before and after. Okay, after. Kudos. Before Talanoa. Be careful. Don't say after Talanoa, because that assumes that people are gonna leave it. So before Talanoa, with Talanoa, because they're using it, right? My man. Yep. I love it. This is like painful. This is painful to watch. Yeah. 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 I love it. This is good. This is good. You know what's missing if you want to make it slightly better? Um, is like here. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if it's a video. I need to double check. Yeah, it's a video frame. If you can put some sort of a chaotic background music, and here you can put like a sort of a Zen relaxation kind of music, so people feel the vibe. Now and then, I would just make sure like change the after, just make it now. Boom, boom, boom. People who switched and never looked back. I connected my Gmail account in less than 20 seconds. My emails are automatically sorted. I can easily prioritize them, so I never forget to reply. The unsubscribe feature is a game changer. There's no going back. Okay. Okay. As a freelancer developer. Okay, that's good. I gotta say that's good. That's good. It's a bit of a same. You're missing the some metrics. Like if you could, with these guys, if you could have asked them, hey, how many hours do you think you've saved? Or how many points of stress do you think you've saved? And like to display that so people can get a sense of what it looks like. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Again, please remove these things. It's too clever. This is Apple. You're not Apple. What is everything you need? People don't even know what they need. Um, um, so make it clear. Any provider. Okay. Your inbox as a to-do list. Okay, that's good. That's that's good feature. I can see how this could be very, very useful for folks because I use my inbox as a to-do list as well. Um, this is really cool. All accounts, one stream. Stream is a bit of a strange word. Um, you probably want to use something that people can understand. Much simpler. Every email from every account lands in one timeline, sorted chronologically. No more tab switching. No more missed messaging. Okay, so what I would do for these kind of message, reverse the sentence and start from the benefit and then explain how you get to the benefit. People are lazy, me included. So tell us what we win but first, and then explain us how we win it. So here I would just reverse it and say no more tab switching or missed messages with because every account lands on one timeline sorted chronologically. So the first thing people read is what they will get from it. Did you do the same thing here? Exactly. Here you do the same thing. So I would start with never lose track of what matters, or I mean, not great value proposition, but don't blah blah blah. So start with this, and then explain how you do it. Share availability in one click. Share availability. Okay, I would say tell people when you're available in one click. Because share is kind of strange. Select the okay. Uh yeah, yeah, yeah. You have a little bit of a contrast issue here. Like this is one of your outcomes. I'm just realizing it. But it doesn't stand out. So this is where I would typically use your purple color because this is the good value proposition. Never drop the ball on an email. I don't know what it means to drop the ball on an email, but get it. Same thing, all your accounts in one place. Use that purple color so it stands out, so people read this before they even actually read here, because these are your outcomes. No more context switching. I would go with the benefit of the benefit. What is the benefit of no more context switching? It's like more productivity, more focus, less time wasted. You can use the term like doom scrolling, for example. Zero tolerance for inbox pollution. Okay. So here you see it's different. It's not an outcome. It's more of a marketing catchy sentence, where here it's like no more scheduling ping pong. So even your little etiquettes, they're not consistent with what's happening. Um boom boom boom. Your data stay yours always. Okay. That's clear. That's a value proposition, and like sugar coated a little bit with a marketing like catchy punchline. This is what you need to say, and this is what you need to do way more, as opposed to everything you need, nothing you don't. Like, this is not clear. This is super clear. Data is mine. Talent was designed from day one with privacy as a constraint. Not an afterthought. No advertising, no compromise. This, yeah, your copy is written by AI. It's so spotted. Stored locally, that's good. Zero cloud sync. I think it's a form of duplicate, but I take it. No tracking. Okay. CASA tier 2 certified. That's good. Yeah, classic OWASP stuff. That's good, but I'm not sure like the everyday people knows about these things. But if your avatar is slightly more B2B and enterprise, then it's good. Uh, this this appears way too low in your landing page, because that's a solid argument for trust. I would slap it at the top of your landing page with like a little etiquette. You know, all these guys that have like a badge, like a product hunt 52 bullshit. This is where you need to put this thing, because that's a solid argument for trust. Maybe have a look at what Proton Mail is doing eventually. And see if you can mimic that stuff. Inbox zero is dead. Start protecting your attention. I don't know this term, inbox zero. I guess like zero email something. But do people know this term? I don't know. Blah 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 blah. Okay. For every professional who lives in an email. Okay. What's in it for them, I guess? Let me just click. Okay, I can't. So it's strange that you have the handle, because okay, it's because it's scrollable. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't make it scrollable. It's like yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of the fact that you have so many various avatars. I think it's still too early. But I get it. Ready to unbox your new inbox. Yep, that's a funny wordplay. Ready to unbox your new inbox. Again, you have contrast issues. I can't read. No credit card. Okay. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's go. Let me click. What happens if I click? Okay, I get a Google SSO. Oh man, it's impossible to read this. The contrast is terrible. Same thing here. Not great. I have no idea what's written here. Yo, fix your contrast. Fix your contrast ASAP. ASAP. Boom. All right. Not bad. Guys, so guys, if you wanna, I checked the product. I talked with John. John is a member of the SaaS and startup community, so I can tell you that this is some cool stuff that he's building, and you want to check it out. So if you too struggling with your emails and have that infinite list of unread emails, and you want to just you want a solution that just flies through that, have a look at Talanoa. It's here, and check it out. So that was for John's review, and boom. So that's done. Yep, cool. So we roasted John's stuff from the kitchen. So that's what I do in the kitchen. People ask me their questions every day. We get a bunch of wins. People ask me their questions. I answer that. I send them a couple of little videos, and we get them customers. Boom. All right. Let's take a 1 minute break. So that gives you time to drop me your questions or your comments and see what we can do from here.
Chanting the amazing advisor, leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor, speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one
Oh, damn it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Okay, my bad, guys. Classic mistake. I was talking and I forgot to switch on the podcast, the microphone podcast. So let's just do the review again. Boom. Now give me 30 seconds and I'll just reinitiate that.
Need a word for these days. I just call, I just raise every question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. Need a word for these days. I just call, I just raise every question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you.
Boom. Okay, this time you guys should hear me. My bad. Sometimes dumb stuff can happen. So let's do it all over again. And I was able to get a little bit of a teacup so we can have this nailed one more time. All right. So how are we doing here? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. Let me just change something in the stream settings so we can have something interesting for everyone. There we go. So where was I? Everything started here. Where was the line? Where was the line? Yeah, this was the line. Excellent. This was the line. Let me just share a little bit of a stuff in here for people to have a look at that. Boom, boom. Where was the line? Yeah, this. Sorry, guys. This is solo level of production. You know the drill. Let me just clip that like that. There we go. Review. So roast your product live. Let's go. Let's put that into public. There we go. All right. Okay, let me do it again. So I said we were having a look. Let me double check. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Don't let me hanging like that. So we were having a look at Ankit Yadav's products. I asked him to give me a little bit of value proposition in addition to the link to the SaaS, so we can have an idea of what is it that he's trying to do before having a look at the stuff. So he said it helps SaaS founders to copy what works and learn how to build sellable micro SaaS businesses from micro exit stories. Yeah, love it. Startupedia, I love it. Thank you so much. Let me know if you want me to have a look at your stuff. I'll be happy to do that. Okay, so what I like about the value proposition here, it's number one, we understand the avatar. It's for SaaS founders. Even more precise, it's SaaS founders interested in building micro businesses or doing micro exits. Okay, at least that's the subtitle of what I get. So this is good. We get the avatar. We also get the how you help by getting inspiration and content from stories. So that's also good. I like it. And now I was gonna have a look at the two links that he shared with me, and starting with SaaS example. As I was saying, before clicking on the link, I was expecting to get some sort of a technological product. And when I clicked on this, I landed on here. So I was a bit surprised. My first impression was, I'm surprised. I was not expecting a newsletter because nothing mentions the newsletter in the value proposition. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because a lot of people are building things, are overbuilding things, and they end up with gigantic solution that took them months when the value is completely not here. So that's a good thing. Like something like a newsletter can get you a business, and there are thousands of examples out there on the internet of people building successful businesses out of newsletters. That being said, I'm a bit disappointed because when I land on the page, it tells me the value proposition says, wait, let me just reopen the value proposition. The value proposition says, let me just switch back to here. It says, copy what works and learn blah, 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 blah from micro exit stories. It helps us founders get stuff from micro exit stories. Now, the reality is when I land on this stuff, there is only one story. So I was expecting to see multiple stories, multiple sources of inspiration, and I have only one. Maybe it's hidden somewhere on the website, which is possible, but I was expecting to get 3 to 5 pieces of content that would sort of help me get a clear idea, because I don't know what's coming out of this. If I zoom in a little bit, I also noticed that the last story is from December 2025, so that's like 4 months away. So I feel like, okay, this is probably a dead project. So why would I subscribe to something that hasn't published since December 30 of 2025? So the cake feels a bit flat. Let's have a look at the stuff. SaaS examples. Most people study unicorns that burns cash. We study profitable companies that actually keep it. Welcome to the SaaS blah blah blah. The goal here is simple, to show you the unsexy but highly profitable blah blah blah. Yeah, that's a good value proposition. So I spotted what I hate. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna copy paste that and do my little naughty thing. I'm just gonna paste it here in my AI detector and shabam. Nah, man, I need my glasses. I need my glasses. I'm disappointed. Startupedia, are you, it's like, let me clarify something. Is this, are you behind the SaaS example and stuff like that? Just cleaning my glasses. No, I need my black belt glasses. Yeah, so AI, full AI content, except no, it's just full AI content. just full AI content. So for me, it looks lazy, and I noticed it with a couple of things, not just the M dash, the way it's written. So not crazy. Reply to this with an email word profit, and then it helps you deliverability. Just blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So the thing is here, you just laid out the plan. Okay. Cool. So you are behind this thing. Okay, cool. So I can give you the feedback and we can interact. So the problem here is you laid out the plan, which is good, but you're asking for people to engage with you when you haven't really gave away anything yet. It's like, hey, I'm about to open a shop, and so like give me your attention. But attention is a form of currency. You don't get it like that. Um, boom. Sorry, what did you say? By the way, I have previously built and sold many small newsletters. One, two, Noemi Kais. I have no idea who that person is, but I trust you. But for this one, I have to say, I was expecting a bit more examples and give me a little bit of a flavor. You know, it's like that Spanish tapas. Like, let me taste a little bit of that good thing that you have, so that I want more, and I will dive into that. But let me drop you a like, because that's some good thing. I think that's a good idea. But it falls a bit flat. Let's have a look at your second one. I usually only do one per person, but because you're live watching and interacting with me, I'm gonna be a bit more generous. I'm giving you 2 tapas instead of 1. So let's have a look at your other one. Okay, micro exits. So now that I have an idea of what you did with SaaS examples, I guess micro exit is going to be the same thing. I'm trying to tell you what I'm expecting to see so that you can get my reaction live. So newsletter with probably 3 to 5 stories of people who made 2 to 50K with their products. Okay. For founders who'd rather exit small than fail big. I actually like it. That's good. That's good. I give you kudos for that. Launched 5 months ago. Okay, I like it. Okay. Okay, there's one story. Let me put it big. Okay, I see a bunch of stuff in here. Story, micro deals, I would say stories instead of story, because otherwise you're telling people there's going to be only one story. But let's have a look at that. And the headliner is I'm betting the next 5 years on micro exits. Here's why. Same thing, December 25. Cool. I'd rather have 100K in the bank today than 1% chance at $1 billion in a decade. Actually, the value proposition it's not a value proposition. Your content pillar is really good. Your content pillar is really good. Your positioning is really good because one, it's super clear. It's contrarian. So like everyone wants to be the next unicorn and you go against that wave. So like you're the enemy of the unicorners, the unicorn cult, which is funny because you have a unicorn here. And so I like it because now you're going to attract everybody who's tired of, hey, I want to build the $1 billion company. So this is good positioning. This is good content pillars. Now the problem I have with this first post, and I'm not saying this to be rude, I'm saying this as an educational thing. Most people, I see your comments. I'm gonna answer to your comments after. Most people will not give you attention with a post like this because they don't know who you are and they don't know why they should trust you. It's like if Steve Jobs had wrote, I'm betting the next 5 years on micro exit, here's why, everybody would have just jumped into this because people would be like, damn, this guy who made millions now is going the other way. I don't know you, and maybe it's because I haven't browsed through your content, but you didn't give me a reason to give you credit. So what I was expecting here is like, give me 1 to 3 stories. Then in the middle of those 1 to 3 stories, or at the end of those 3 stories, like give me your positioning. Let me have a look at that, and then I'll answer your questions. I like the illustrations. It's really good. Hey everyone, I spent a lot of time recently thinking about why we build things. For years, the startup dream has been sold to us as a singular path: raise millions, hire a massive team, work 80 hours. Yeah, I agree with all that. I'm over it. I've watched so many friends burning out chasing. I think I would have started with something like that. I've watched so many friends burn out chasing unicorns that blah blah blah. That's why I'm launching micro exits. I call them micro exits. We're talking about exits. I'm not sure you can call a micro exit something that gets you 10 million in range. I would have stayed under a million, but that's my definition. So why are we building here? Blah blah blah. I guess there's a call to action. Why joining me? Personal favor. I'm building this because I want to see you achieve. Okay, but I can't do it alone. I have one question for you. It's like, if you consider a current project, then he replied, let me know. Okay. Cool. Did you get any comments? No. Interesting. Yeah. Here you need to give a little bit of candy away for people to grasp the stuff and then follow you on that thing. And so startupedia.com, what is Startupedia? Is like an aggregate of those newsletters, or it's like a third version, an evolution of that stuff. Let's have a look at the comments. Grateful. Yeah, appreciate that. I'm gonna soon interview and share many examples. Okay. I'm curious. Why is it that you haven't been able to publish that since December? What was your blocker? What was your blocker? I gotta say, this tea is good. Boom, 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 bada bing, bada boom. So in the meantime, okay. It's also a paused newsletter. Okay. So you paused it. I'm curious if you can share with us why you paused your newsletters. What was okay? I got stuck on other newsletters and micro SaaS projects. Okay, got it. You're clearly diluting yourself in a lot of activities, and that's not helping you. That's a classic trap. Classic trap. Boom. There we go. Let me just check this. All right. Boom. All right. Let me know if you have any particular questions with your SaaS, with your micro SaaS, with your product. I can eventually give you some insights and get you unstuck. In the meantime, and while we are going to have a look at the next thing, let me just send a quick message to the next product we're going to review so they know we are here. Live reviewing this in a minute. Sorry. Oh, no, I got it wrong. Let me just get the link again. Copy link. Live reviewing this in a minute here. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Unable to manage multiple newsletter at once. Absolutely. Classic thing. That's the classic mistake. I see this with people building SaaS. They're building multiple SaaS and they're trying to get everything afloat. The reality is your attention needs to be focused on one thing and just go full speed on that so you can get results, or just kill it and move to the next one. Nobody can drive 3 cars at the same time. That's the reality of life. And you said you're also a domainer. I have no idea what that means. Like you buying domain names and you selling them, something like that, like doing arbitrage. I'm not familiar with this. Not familiar with this. Um, mm, 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 mm. Do you think starting a micro SaaS for monetizing Telegram and Discord community would be a great idea? That's a cool question. I'm gonna save it for the second part of the live stream, and I'll answer this in the second part of the live stream. So these kind of questions, I'll grab my tablet and I sort of walk you through the way I do things. Beam boom bada boom. There you go. All right. Public. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Discord. Okay. Cool. Let me just check if I didn't get any comments on here. No, we are good. And let's have a look at the next one. But before that, let me share with you the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. If you're watching this and this is useful to you and you'd like tactical insight, you need help with your SaaS or your startup, you stuck at 0 paid customers, or you haven't broken the ceiling of 2-3K a month, I have this community that I personally run, and last year I helped 7 founders generate $1.3 million of revenue, and I have a huge discount, so you just to let you enter the community. So if you want to be able to enter the community and ask me all your questions, I have this limited $10 a month subscription, so you can get you inside the community and ask me your questions, just like John today asked me to roast his landing page, and we just did it in the video. See, people are asking me tons of questions, they're showing me wins, they're making money. So have a look at that. It's called the SaaS and Startup Kitchen on SKOOL, and there's a limited $10 a month offer so you can get into the community so I can help you. That being said, let's have a look at the next review. Beam. So the next review is from Roman. It's called inti.app, an iOS interior redesign app. All right, so let me switch to this view and let's have a look at that. Okay, so number one, what I see is it's not clear who the avatar is, who's going to be the user of that. I understand it's an iOS app, but that's a feature. I don't really care. What is the problem people have with interior redesign apps? Like, I don't know about it. So asking, who is this for, and why is this for them? It's really important to answer those questions. Let's have a look at that. Okay, I like the landing page. It's somehow elegant. I understand the artistic directions. A bunch of nice photos scrolling up or down. It's like a kind of a rouleau kind of thing. Like it. Let me just put this full view. Okay. So first thing I see, my focus is here with those like moving things, those nice pictures, and then I see the text, and then I see the app that is here. See your room redesigned before you spend money on it. Good value proposition. I have to say this is a good value proposition. Let me switch my glasses to regular mode because I think we got some cool stuff in here. See your room redesigned before you spend money on it. Inti is an AI powered iOS app that redesigns your room from a single photo. Pick a style, redesign your actual room, and see it before you commit. I would remove that AI powered shit because it's 2026. Everyone is doing AI. And so you either have a GPT wrapper, which lowers the value of your app, or it's fake, like you're not using AI. In either way, I would just remove it and focus on that stuff. Unless you built or fine-tuned the LLM to be able to generate that, and in this case, you should mention it. But if you built a layer on top of a big famous model, drop it, man. Everyone is doing that. The second thing is, I would simplify and shorten a little bit this line so people get it right away. It's like, upload a single photo, pick a style, and get answers right away. You know, like 3-4 lines. This is in 5-6 words you can say the same thing. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna scroll a little bit. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Okay. I mean, this looks like a Canadian studio apartment, and here the AI completely messed up. The AI completely messed up the thing. It doesn't look like it respected the structure. Nah, actually, it's okay. There's something wrong with the perspective, but I get it. I wouldn't have gone with like this celestial theme unless your app is really a funny thing people want to play with. But if they want like real redesign, I would have picked the most realistic example so that they can get benefit from that and think, okay, let me just use that. Keep the layout, change everything else. This is again like the previous ones. This is like smart ass marketing thing, but it doesn't mean anything to the regular person. Keep the layout. Layout of what? What layout? Change everything else. What is there something supposed to happen here? Okay. Yeah, so you probably want to tell people to scroll, okay? Or like at least display the picture like this a little bit so they can see the left side moving a little bit and they understand it. This is really good. This is really good. And if I were you, I would take this and put it instead of that shit. This is a much better demo of what your stuff does instead of like the celestial thing. Much better. Much better. Renovations are expensive. Guessing is dangerous. Um, yeah, put numbers. If it's expensive, like show me how much people waste in renovation, or show me like screenshot of people who said on Reddit, "Hey, I made the worst decision in my life. I invested 20K in redesigning my living room, and I hate it." Okay, 50. Okay, you got it here. I would bump this up. That's how quickly one bad design goes up. Blah 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 blah. Okay. How it works? It analyzes the room. Yeah, I'm not even sure like explaining people how it works in the landing page is a thing anymore, but I get it. This is really good onboarding. Honestly, that's a really good onboarding. The design of the website is really good. Built for real difficult spaces. Okay. Do you show how it's renovated? Ooh, this is a bit messy. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit, yeah, I don't know what's happening, but it's a bit messy. This idea was this idea was really good. Again, I would probably bump this up because this is an argument to sell. Like, people's photo and spaces look more like this than the previous stuff. I think this is a compelling argument for trying it out. I Unfortunately, okay, I think I start to see how it get. Okay, so this one is this. Okay, I get it. Okay, okay, yeah, this is really good. Again, this is much better than the very first example with the celestial room. And it makes people think, okay, well, I want to give it a try. Early reactions, okay, that's some social proof. Finally, till have me. Yeah. Mm, I don't believe this is a real comment. Like, if this guy's a normal person, he would never say things like share the render with my team, uh, communicate the direction. For someone who renovated an apartment, that's a bit shady to me. I tried a few other apps before, and this really changed the shape of my room. Walls were removed, windows disappeared, stayed muscular to the room. I showed the render. See, I render again, like, render. Mm, my studios, blah blah blah. Other tools, maybe gave me something. Other tools made it look twice the size, which is flattened, but unless it can't keep the proportion, and gave it something actually react in my real space. This looks a bit more like a real comment. 200 plus styles in every room. Okay. Before you join, blah blah blah. Cool. Let's have a look at the App Store page real quick. Ah. Ah. Man, what is that? What is that? This is terrible. This is ugly. Man, this is so ugly. You have a really clean artistic direction um with your, sorry. I'm clicking on the wrong place. You have a really cool artistic direction with this. It's like lean, it's and you just you're just throwing it out of the window with those flashy weird colors, electron stuff. That's so strange. It gives me the impression it's a completely different product. I'm not even sure it's the same. It's the same stuff anymore. Be super careful with that. Like, consistency is key. Remove the M dash right away. Remove AI right away. Um, but man, no, this fell flat. You want to change this right now. Right now. Anyway, that was good. I like the website, the way the website was designed, the way the flow gets you to the stuff. That's really good. I really had a good experience navigating through this. Couple of quirks here and there, but I definitely get the value proposition. That is some good stuff. So check it out. It's called Inti AI, and we just reviewed it. And if you want to reach out to whoever built this, the guy is Roman, and this is his Instagram. Sorry, Instagram. His X handle. Building Inti AI app. So check him out. Check him out. And say hello. Boom! That was the review of Inti AI. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, drop them here. This is live. I'm answering this live. If you don't know me, my name is Riley Riles. I'm a startup advisor, and investor. Got a master's degree in computer science, 15 years as a UX engineer. I worked with probably about 80 startups all around the world. I also worked for 5 years for a big US tech company. I also worked for big consulting. I work with some of the biggest tech companies all around the world. I work with insurance, with banks, with governments, with startups. And last year, I built the SaaS and Startup Kitchen, school community for solo tech founders stuck at zero paid customers or stuck at the scaling phase of their business. And as you can see, last year, 7 founders in the kitchen made $1.3 million of revenue. This is USD. And they joined the kitchen. I work with them. We got them paid customers. And I answer questions every single day in the kitchen, just like I did today with John Martin, who asked me to have a look at his new landing page. So if you're interested, if you need help with your SaaS, with your startup, with your product, consider joining the kitchen. I did a crazy discount so you can enter the kitchen. There's a $10 month subscription. It's a symbolic price, so you can man, I'm losing my English. It's a symbolic $10 a month subscription just to get you in, but then you have access to me and you can ask me all your questions. So get in there and let's get you customers. That being said, let's have a look at the next questions we have on the chat. Give me a quick second just to figure this out. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, we have a new one. Let's do it. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think we have a couple of stuff here. I'm reviewing this live now. Reviewing this live now. All right, so here's the next one. The next one we're gonna have a look at is boom, this one from Luca Laconelli. Sounds Italian. Love it. Where's my stuff? If you have any questions, guys, drop me your questions in the chat or just say hello. Let me know where you're located. Let me know what you're building. If you want me to have a look at that and or give you some feedback, some insights, feel free to join. If you're super comfortable presenting what you're building live, let me know. I will share you the link to the studio so you can sit next to me and we can have this conversation together. That being said, let me have a look. Let me close these ones. Boom, boom, boom. Let me have a look at this one. So Luca, if you, I made a mistake here. Luca, if you're watching the live, let me know so we can have this conversation, make it a bit more interactive with having you typing in the chat. So Luca, co-founder of Igloo Software and growing 2 other stuff. See, based in Italy, based in Italy. Love this. Cool. Let me have a look at that. So where was the stuff? This was the stuff we would have a look at. Let me get a little bit of tea and I'm gonna have a look at that. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Man, I thought they were taking down communities, but I keep see this happening. Yeah, right. Okay. No questions in the chat. That's cool. That's good. All right. Yay. Couple of folks from YouTube, couple of folks from X. Love it. So let's have a look at that. So what is feed nest? Keep up with the sources and topics you care about without the noise. Keep up with the sources and topics you care about without the noise. Yeah. Is it so? Where is it for? Is it just for X, or is it for any kind of information? Because we have the, or is it for news feeds in general? Not sure. Who is this for? Who's your shiny Pokemon user on this? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let me put this full screen. Control the noise. Focus on the news. Control the noise. Focus on the news. Yeah. Again, I think it's too smart, but it doesn't really give the outcome. I would make it way more tangible. What do people say when they consuming news? And what is like that one sentence that describes the problem they have with this? The intelligent news ecosystem for focused minds and strategic leaders. Yeah, converse with your news, gain foresights, and react in peace. Again, I think this is clever marketing bullshit. Intelligent news ecosystem, like you have to explain why it's intelligent. For focused minds, if people have focused minds, why are they ending up in noisy news systems? You're rubbing people a little bit, say, hey, you're a great guy, but you're doing something wrong. It's kind of strange. Strategic leaders, that's very blurry. Converse with your news, gain foresight, and read in peace. Converse with your news, you have to explain. It's not clear. The one thing that I really get from reading this, and I think you should emphasize on that, is the 3 last words: read in peace. So what I would do here, I would make it way simpler. I would just say, where is that? Control the noise. Read your news in peace. That's it. Read your news in peace. Or if you want to market the problem, I would just remove that. If you want to market the problem, I would say read your news with no crap around it. That's it. Hey, you want to read your news with no crap around it? We have some. I'm being a bit hard. I'm being a bit blunt, but you get the point. You can like make it more elegant, but that's a clear value proposition. Hey, you want to read your news with no crap around it? We got you covered. That's it. Get started for free, learn more. Ooh, we have a nice video. Are you guys ready for the video?
Every morning, millions of headlines, endless feeds, algorithmic chaos. You're not informed. You're buried. Meet Feedmill, a sanctuary for your mind. Control the noise. Focus on the news. Master the future. Privacy first. Distraction free. You control the AI, not the other way around. Now meet Ned, your AI that's inside your feed. Don't just read your news. Converse with it. Spot trends before they break. See connections you'd miss. Ask anything across your entire reading history. Multiple sources, one clear answer. From overwhelmed to strategic. Feedlist, Turn your news into an advantage. Vagueness.com. Every morning, millions of headlines, endless feeds, algorithmic chaos. You're not informed, you're buried. Meet Feedness, a sanctuary for your mind. Control the noise, focus on the news, master the future. Privacy first, distraction free. You control the AI, not the other way around.
Okay. Really good video, really good production video. I like it. Honestly, I like it. Really good production video. The copywriting is way too AI-ish, clearly. Um, you you gave a copy to 11 Labs, and I think you could have like tuned it down a little bit, but the production is really good. I love this sort of British voice. It gives it something. One thing I noticed though is at some point
Now meet Ned, your AI that lives inside your
this, I would have said now meet Ned instead of saying your AI. I would have said your assistant. Talk to people who are not into the AI world or the building world, and just ask them, like, show them this exact clip where you present the AI, and just ask them how they feel about it. Maybe it's my simple bias, but for me, the average people not being radiated by this AI revolution are not comfortable with these things. They're a bit, some of them are scared, some of them don't understand it, and if they don't understand it or are scared about it, they won't touch it. So I would make it, I would try to break the fear factor by just introducing it as an assistant or a virtual assistant, but not saying you're AI. Um, I try it out. Maybe it's just me, and again, I'm biased, but try it out. Trusted by readers from top companies. If that's true, that's hot. Um, all your content, one home. Okay, that's clear. Okay, so that was for RSS feed. That was my first assumption. I like it. Brings the news. Blah 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 blah. Cool cool cool. YouTube channel and watch video directly in your feed. Get notice from. Okay, this is really cool feature. It's a really cool feature. Um, newsletter soon. Okay, I like it. Not everything is ready, but you giving discovery. Podcast, Google News, Blue Sky soon. Oh, it's interesting. You have Blue Sky, but you don't mention X. You seems to be you have a good following base on X. Everything you need in one place. All your content, one home. These two messages look too similar. What's happening? Meet Ned, your personal news and see here you call it your personal news analyst, which I found better than your AI. AI intelligence is kind of weird because AI means intelligence. So you're saying artificial intelligence. And you also surfing into that Apple intelligence, Gemini intelligence. Debatable. As Dwight Schrute would put it, there are basically two schools of thought. But for me, it makes me itchy a little bit. Magic feed. Boom boom boom. Magic feed. Tech startups and news. Just tell Ned what you're into and watch it curate the perfect blend of websites. Okay. Okay. That could be a good feature. Listen on the go. That's interesting. Turn any article into high quality audio stream. Build your playlist and listen your news. This is a really cool feature. Like, I'm biased. This is purely subjective. I find this a really, really cool feature. It's a shame we don't get to preview it somehow. Yeah, there's no clickable buttons. Okay. It looks like Notebook LLM for your newsfeed. So Really curious about that. Tame the chaos. Save articles for later. Read PDFs. Well, okay, cool. Output feeds. What does that mean? Share your created content with the world. Okay, got it. Okay, interesting feature. This will build you the network effect. So people will send it to other people. So that's basically free marketing for you. This is a really smart way to use leverage. I like it. Designed for focus. You have a little bit of a contrast issue as well. That black on gray. I don't know what you guys do. I don't know if it's a trend, but I would probably improve that a little bit. Search. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what I would do if I were you, I would reduce it down to 3. Show the top 3 people. Sorry, show the top 3 features that people love or crave for, and just put the other ones into get more. It's like it's too much to get track of it. With the first 3 feature, you should have a call to action, and if people really need more, then show them more. But I think 3 is enough. Privacy by default, no tracking, no ads free, privacy by design. This is a weird claim, privacy by design, so you have to explain it more. Our architecture ensures that your feed subscription personal, so you're not answering why it's private by design. Data ownership, loved by thousands of readers. Boom. This is really good. I love a lot of social proof. Track your reading habits. I think the landing page is getting long. Meet the new net. You already introduced net somewhere here. Yeah, here. Let's have a look at the video. So I can sip some tea.
Now meet Ned, your AI that lives inside your feed. Don't just read your...
Okay, so that's a clip from the longer video. That's the way to go. Reuse your content. Don't reinvent everything. But as I said, send this to people and let them check how they feel about that. I'm not sure about calling it your AI. The future is skills, not app. Your feed service. Okay, this is very strange. Who's your avatar? It's like you're mentioning super crazy tech stuff. If your feed app is democratizing clean and zen access to information, don't mention the skills. This is an entire different conversation. Yeah, this is techie. So if your avatar, if your customers are not heavy techie people, don't go into this. And like, how is your vision? Why is your vision about skills and not apps? And then you're talking about a newsfeed. For me, I have a hard time connecting the dots. How is that something connected and useful for the feed nest? Supercharge your reading experiences. Supercharge. I'm gonna be mean, but this is for educational purposes. You're not Tesla. Why are you talking about supercharging stuff? Supercharge your reading experience. What does that mean? Come on, man. Come on. Just, you're not Tesla. Just use a word that people will get. Essential tools. Let's have a look at the paid plan. It's free for 150 feeds, full content, community support. This is good. Do we get the audio stuff in there? Oh no, audio experience is paid. Oh yeah. Now it makes sense. $5.99 a month. That's competitive. I gotta say, that's really competitive. And that audio experience, man, I'm curious. I'll probably give it a try. Just for that. Probably give it a try just for that. $19.99 a month, 3,000 feeds, everything in plus. Why are you talking tokens? Man, why are you talking tokens? You're not selling an LLM. It's like, just remove that. Like, what's the benefit of those things? If your tokens is to chat with Ned, just do it like the iPod. iPod back in the days didn't say, and clip this. This is super useful. Let me just do it again. You're selling access to information in a more pleasant and convenient way, in a more lean way, in a more sublimed way. Why are you dropping tokens vocabulary in here? Do it the Apple way back in the days of the iPod. In the days of the iPod, when they released the iPod, they used to say 6,000 songs in your pocket, right? Instead of saying like instead of saying what everyone was saying at that time, which was 25 gigs of data, right? Everyone was saying 25 gigs of data, 256 megabytes of RAM, whatever. Apple said 6,000 songs in your pocket. Here, if your audience is not tech, they don't know what a token is. They don't know what tokens represent. And they don't know why they should use tokens. So here, what I would have said, I guess this is connected to your net features. So I would just put how many minutes I can interact with Ned, or how many questions I can ask Ned, and it's much more aligned with the messaging and the avatar. Because here it's very clear: unlimited audio generations, 3,000 feeds. But why talking about tokens? API. This is even worse. API access. If your people are not tech people, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But that's really cool. Okay, comparing the plan, stuff like that. Okay, honestly, that's a really cool project. If you're watching this right now, if you ever want to jump into the show and talk a little bit about this, and tell us a little bit of story behind this, I would love to have you on. But guys, check it out. It's called Feednest, and it's from, let me just get it right. Yes, it's from Luca Laconelli. There you go, Feednest. So check it out and check out Luca's profile. Send him a message, give it a try, and let us know. That's it. We reviewed the Feednest. Boom. If you have any comments, questions, if you want me to have a look at, if you want me to have a look at what you're building, give you a little bit of visibility, check my X profile. I've pinned a thread. Drop the link. Let me know what you're building. I'll have a look at that. If you have any questions, if you're stuck, if you want me to fix your SaaS or your zero paid customers, also drop your questions in the chat, and we'll have a look at that. We still have a little bit of time together. This is live, and I'm Riley, the amazing advisor. And if you want to go further, boom, I have this cool thing called the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. It's a community on SKOOL where I help founders get their SaaS and product right and getting paid customers. Last year I had 7 members. They generated $1.3 million of revenue. I personally have a SaaS, and we reached the $1.5 million of revenue this year. And I help you inside this community, and we are helping all the budgets, which is why I created this limited offer, super discount price, just to get you into the kitchen. It's a it's a $10 a month subscription. So check it out. It's limited, but this is gonna get you into the kitchen, and inside the kitchen I will help you with your business. That being said, let's take 1 minute to see if we have a couple of questions or comments or stuff people want to discuss. So let me drop the Q&A thing.
Light my fire. I'm chanting the
Boom. All right, this is what we're gonna have a look at next. Sorry, I was muted again. So Matt, you're next. Let me know if you're watching. Let me know if you're listening, because I'd love to interact a bit more with you so you can get maximum value for this session. We'll review that for the other folks. If you want me to review what you're building, just like Matt, there's a thread on my X. Boom, boom, boom. This is the one. Click on it, like it, and drop a little comment with what you're building, who's this for, how you're helping them, and I will review this live. Let's get ready to rumble. So, Matt, boom. Matt, building audio flow. Let me follow you back so you also get a free follower. Building audit flow in public, an AI visibility audit tool that shows why AI systems do not cite your site under 30 seconds. I love the wordplay here. Do not cite your site. Cool, cool, cool. Let's have a look at that. Here you said helps your product get recommended by AI systems by deploying AI agent that continuously analyze, reinforce, and improve how AI systems understand and recommend your product. Okay. First thing I want to say is, who's the avatar? What kind of product you get recommended to AI? And if you say anyone or everyone, you lose. You have to be a bit specific. Now, I give you croissant points because your value proposition is very clear. I get it. Help your product get recommended by AI systems. That's super clear. If I wanted to fine tune this a little bit, I would say help your product gets recommended by ChatGPT and Claude. Because let's face it, these are the two biggest AIs used out there. You can eventually add Grok, but so it's gonna speak more to people because AI systems is a bit techy, as opposed to if you say, hey, get your product recommended on Grok, get your product recommended on ChatGPT, get your product recommended on Claude. People will be like, shit, that's what I want. I would not explain that second part, developing AI agent that continuously analyze, reinforce, blah, blah, blah. This is tech jargon. You're going to lose people. Forget about it. It makes you smart, but you're losing people. So really stick on your value proposition. Get your product recommended by ChatGPT, which is very strong. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. Let me click on this. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Oh no. Come on, man. Oh, you ruined it. Man, you ruined it. I need to let me just grab my black belt glasses. Because you ruined it. But it's okay. We're gonna fix this live. So, oh man, I have a little bit of stuff here. Let me clean this. All right. So, I open your website and three things. Number one, your headliner has nothing to do with what you just said. Nothing to do. Readable does not mean recommendable. Why on earth did you write this? It's like your clear value proposition is this: help your product get recommended by AI systems, which we already improved. Ditch that crap. Ditch that crap. It doesn't mean anything. It's super complex and it loses people. Like, loses people. Nuts. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. Look at how I would do it. Get your product recommended, sorry, I'm dyslexic and terrible with writing, by Chat GPT in Claude. Oh, yeah, I'm actually really poor at typing. Recommended. Yeah, I probably did it wrong, but you get it. Anyways, get your product recommended by ChatGPT and Claude. That's it. That's it. Like, if you tell that to someone, they'll be like, shit, okay, that's what I need. You have readable doesn't mean recommendable. What? Crazy. So, ditch that. Deploy AI agents that continuously analyze, reinforce, and ask your grandmother if she understands that. If she doesn't, ditch it. This is way too technical. Remove that shit. So that's the big first red flag that I have. Change your title, make it much, much easier. And then the second problem I have is that black and green artistic direction. It's not it. I may be wrong with who's your avatar, but I'm pretty sure your avatar is not super techie people. Because if I'm a super techie people, I would figure it out myself. Like I would find a way to get recommended by AIs. I wouldn't pay for your service. So you are talking to people who cannot do it themselves. And people who cannot do it themselves are not usually from the tech world. And if they're not from the tech world, they don't understand tech artistic directions. And so what I mean by that is this is my terminal. When I'm doing techie shit, this is my terminal. This is your website. You see how it's similar? It's like your artistic direction talks to techie folks like me. It has that little bit of a Matrix vibe, but the problem is the Matrix vibe is not your customers. And so this kind of layout will scare people away. People will look at this and are like, whoa, this looks like the dark web virus kind of thing. I don't want to have to do anything with it. And then you have the run audits, you have the red dangerous colors. No. You want to be warm and gentle and holding people by the hand and getting them to ChatGPT and Claude recommendation. Not that sort of Matrix kind of vibe of, hey, escape the route. So your artistic direction is completely disconnected to your potential avatar. And again, I may be wrong. If you're watching this live, tell me, who are you selling this to? So fix it. Fix that right away. Same thing. It's the third website or fourth website I'm analyzing today, and I'm still seeing the same thing. Fix your contrast, guys. Black and gray is super hard to read. Here, I can't read any of that stuff if I zoom out. I just can't. Like, can you read it? Like, I can't. Same thing. Yoursite.com. I couldn't. Can you read it? I can't. Run the audit. What's gonna happen if I do that? No, make it simpler. Your site can rank and still be skipped by AI. Okay, I get it. I would make it probably a bit simpler, like you have a great SEO, but ChatGPT doesn't talk about you. Let me just try it out. Where is this one? Wait, why is it not showing? It's hidden here. So I would say something like rank number 1 on Google, but ChatGPT never talks about you. Boom! Sorry for the typo, but you get it. Rank number 1 on Google, but ChatGPT never talks about you. It's like, damn, this is solid. This is a solid problem. People will be like, shit, that's me. I'm number one on Google, but Claude never talks about me, right? And now you'll get people's attention. Same thing. AI systems recommend product they can access, understand, reinforce, and trust. Search ranking only satisfies the first requirement. Auto flow measures all four. Simplify this. It's an interesting piece of information. I would just simplify this a little bit more. Again, remove AI system. Just say ChatGPT recommends product they can access, understand, reinforce, and trust. And now people get the context. Too scary, hard to read. AI agent continuously strengthening. Yeah, that's a feature, but so what? So what? What's the benefit of that? Explain me that clearly. This is very techie layout. You know what? I'm just curious. Let me grab all of that. Let me open ChatGPT. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like a live test. I'm going to say, hey, act as a professional copywriter and artistic director. I want you to have a look at the copy of a website that I'm reviewing. And what I want you to do is analyze the language, the vocabulary, and reverse engineer so you can tell me what role is the most likely to have written this thing. Was this thing written by marketers, designers, tech people, and stuff like that? And give me the clues that made you think that. Also, be succinct. Like, don't give me too much verbals or chatty, blah blah blah, whatever that is useless. Go straight to the point. And now I'm just gonna drop the copy of your website. Shabam! Shabam! Most likely written by a technical founder or product-minded marketer with heavy influence from AI SaaS Twitter positioning, probably reviewed by engineers. Not written by the traditional brand copywriter or agency creative. Why am I taking this accent? I have no idea. But man, I've been live for 2 hours and I'm already losing my head. My mind, sorry. But I was right. This is engineers language packaged as marketing. Fix that shit. Fix that shit. Because if you're talking to engineers, you really need to prove them why they shouldn't even try to code it, and this will save them time. If you're trying to ship this to indie developers, building public fellows, they don't have the money. So you're just gonna hit the wall. Now, if you're focusing on people who are not from the tech world, you cannot get their attention by using tech lingo. They don't get it. You speaking Japanese when they understand Chinese. That's what's happening here. And like in 10 seconds, ChatGPT just proved my point. Boom. I think that's enough of a review. So the value proposition is really cool. Get your product recommended by ChatGPT or Claude. This is really cool. Like generally, I found it really cool, but the execution is really, really clumsy. Fix your artistic direction, fix your copy, and get it out there. That's what I have for you. But guys, if you're curious, if you want to try it out, it's called Oddflow, and it's made by, I think it's Matt. Yes, it's made by Matt. And Matt, if I get it right, Matt is a member of the kitchen. Matt is a member of the kitchen. I'm not 100% sure because I don't see your posts and questions in the kitchen. So check it out. That being said, I think we are cool with this thing. So Matt, you have an interesting problem. Just push it clearer. That's it. All right. Doop. Let me get a bit of a pause on here so I can have a look at your questions and comments. Matt, every single point is spot on. Thank you so much. Yes. And I knew you were a member of the kitchen. Matt, drop me a presentation post. Just drop a post in the kitchen and say, hey guys, hello, I'm a member of the kitchen. This is what I'm building. Where's the last stuff? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we have Jason Walls said, hey, I'm an electrician building something. Drop a post, drop a picture, say hello. And when you have questions, Matt, drop me those questions in the community. Like John did 3 days ago. He said, hey, can you review my new product, my landing page? And I did it. So Matt, you don't have to post on X. Just post in the kitchen. You have a VIP access to me. Use it, my man. Use it. I want to help you. All right. Speaking about the kitchen, if you don't know what that is, it's a school community called the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. Last year, I helped 7 founders generate $1.3 million of revenue. This is USD, guys. Some of them had 0 paying customers. Some of them had no product. We identified a market. We built a product from scratch, and we got them revenue. And because I really want to make sure everyone can benefit from my help, I created a super crazy discount. $10 a month to get you inside the kitchen and get the kind of feedback and insights that I'm just giving you right here live on the kitchen. So if you think you need help and you spend months building stuff and stuck at 0 paid customers with that building public that never works, instead of losing more months and more hours, join the kitchen and send me your messages. Let's go. Let's have a look at the other message that we have here. Boom, we have Scene-dation back here. Yes, I remember you from the previous sessions. I think you showed up 2 weeks ago. We had a look at what you were building, and I told you as soon as you have updates, let me know so we can have a look at that. So yeah, drop me your question, guys. Let me know, share me your situations, where you're stuck, what is it that you're building. If you want me to just review it or have a look at that, if you want me to roast it as well, I'm gonna do this live in this session. And if you have particular questions, SaaS questions, startup questions, let me know. I will answer this live. We are here for another probably 30 minutes, and I want to bring you maximum value to the game. All right. Where's my tab? Here's my tab. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let me have a look what's next, and we'll move to the next session. Let me see where we are. Do we have any other stuff lined up? Okay, I think we reviewed everything on here. Good. Okay. I think I had a question last time on my DMs, so let me have a look at that. All right. Yes, here's what we're gonna review next. Let me just get the link so they can enjoy this. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Copy link. Sorry for the echo. Reviewing this live now. So that's the next one. So let me get the stuff here. All right. Here's what we're going to review next. I think it was in one of my DMs. Boom. Yes. Okay, that's the next one. That is the next one. Reviewing this next. Reviewing. All right. Okay. Guys, just give me 2 minutes. I need to refill my glass of water and then we'll have a look at that.
Need a word for these days. I just call, I just raise every question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take higher. When I'm weak, you light my fire. Amazing advisor, speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire. When the night's closing in, you remind me. When I'm lost in the maze, need a word for these days. I just call, I just raise every question that I've been saving. And the answer comes on time. Peace that settles in my mind. Wisdom on a holy line. Got my faith awakened. Chanting the amazing advisor. Leading every step I take.
Boom. All right. Let's have a look at this one. Let me remove this. Let me switch to this view. Fly Trader. Let me see if he gave me a little bit of a pitch so we can have a look at that first. Okay, so he didn't want to share a pitch. He wanted like a full live impression on this. So let's have a look at that. So first thing I notice is this, then I have a look at this. I'm a bit distracted by this radial gradient, but the contrast is good. So Fly Trader trades smarter. I don't get it. Fly Trader trades smarter. What does that even mean? Like you calling me dumb? which is not which is correct, but that's not how you want to call your potential customers. Build and backtest a rule-based trading strategy before risking real capital. No code, no broker, no connection required to start. I'm a white belt in trading, so I'm not sure. I don't have the vocabulary. Is this build and backtest a rule-based trading strategy is a classic lingo that people use? For me, I don't know what it means. But yeah. But what is the result? I would focus on the pain. What is the pain that people have? Is this for retail investors or is this for professional traders? It's because these are two very different avatars. And if you say both, you lose. But the retail traders typically they just getting slaughtered on the stock market because they think with their emotions and they don't respect the strategy that they put in place, and they lose most of the time. So if you're focusing on these folks, say it like that. But me reading this, I don't give you my email. Like, because I don't know what to get from this thing. Try a demo backtest. I don't know what that is. Loading templates. This is super messy, super dense. This is super dense. There's a video, so we're gonna have a look at the video. Zero custody, no withdrawal. Wait, so what does it mean? Your funds stay in your broker's account. FlyTrader never receives, holds, or transfer customer funds. That's really good. No withdrawals. Connect broker API keys with trading permissions. Withdrawal access. Okay, I don't know what it means. Key encrypted. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the video.
You have done your research. You have a You design your strategy. FlyTrader does the rest. Build your custom strategy using our no-code strategy builder. Test it with tools like Backtesting Lab, Trading Simulator, and Paper Trader. Review your results, see what works and what needs adjusting. Then connect your broker and deploy it live to run fully automated. One platform, complete trading workflow, no coding, no emotions, just your strategy running exactly as you designed it. Whether you trade stocks, crypto, or Forex, FlyTrader is for you. Start building your first strategy today for free on FlyTrader.
Boom. I was right. I was right with the problem. Okay, so the video said what the rest of the landing page didn't say. It's for retail investors. So retail investors have no idea what backtest, a rule-based trading strategy means. Or maybe I'm the dumbest retail investor, which is possible. I mean, it's possible. So it's for retail investors. It's not written here. And it also confirmed the problem that I mentioned before. Replay the video, which is the number one mistake, is they work with their emotions, and that's why they're losing. They could have the good strategy, but their emotions get in the middle of it, and it just kills their gains, and they're being slaughtered. So this is your problem. It's not trade smarter. It's helping retail investors win, make money, not trade smarter. So definitely there's good copy in your video. I would extract that and put it on the landing page. So cool thing, you don't have this matrix shit artistic directions because you're talking to retail investors. What's funny is that you don't mention any of the tools that retail investors use, like the classic, the Robinhoods and all these kind of apps that all of them know. So I would sort of also make it work. The other thing I noticed with your video is you mentioned no code. Like AI, no code, retail investors mostly don't know about these things. So forget about it. Forget about it. That's not their language. I clearly know you haven't talked to enough average retail investors with the copy of your website. Let me do the same test. Let me do the same GPT test that I did with the previous website. Same with this one. So for those who are just joining now, I asked ChatGPT to have a look at the copy, and more specifically the vocabulary and the flow of the copy, to be able to reverse engineer who wrote this, because usually the way you speak tells a lot about who you are. And let's see if this was written by tech people or high level professional traders. I have a feeling it's a tech or professional traders, but it was definitely written towards retail investors. Let's see what the GPT is saying. SaaS growth platform with trading domain input from a trader found, then polished by UI designer. Probably an AI assistant, less engineer written than the previous one. That's what I noticed too. The copy is outcome first, not system first. Big difference. Confidence, clarity, blah blah blah. That's marketer's language. The previous were okay. Strong onboarding, no code. Yeah. Repetition, high conversion rate. The structure feels heavy product marketing driven. Simplicity. Okay. So it confirms me. It's the copy is a bit better, but it's still missing the avatar. The alignment is not perfect. Artistic direction, please get rid of that radial gradient in the middle. It's just ugly, and distracting. It's like I feel like I have a flashlight in my eyes. From idea to execution, flow from idea to execution. I could take this exact sentence and put it on a SaaS platform and it would still be relevant. So that means your sentence is way too generic. A complete ecosystem designed to take you from strategy to concept to live execution in minutes. People don't care about that. Like retail investors, they want to make money. Say that. Build, test, analyze, deploy. This, again, this is tech jargon. I feel like I'm talking with Jenkins on CI/CD. I could use those exact same words and be describing a CI/CD pipeline. Do retail investors really care about that? I want proof. I like the flow. I like the way you laid it out. That's a good UI. See your strategies through edge. I don't know what it means, but I guess remove the M dashes. Stop guessing. Start knowing. Blah blah blah. Intentional grades. So you're contradicting a little bit yourself because you're saying stop guessing, but in the video the problem was like people were messing up their strategy with their emotions. So so do they have a strategy or they're guessing? And is the strategy being applied or just being messed up with their emotions? Because you're forking a little bit the path here. Everything you need to test every assumption. I'm not sure a retail investor want to test assumptions. When I buy stocks, sell stocks, I want to make money. Your trading universe. What does that even mean? Every instrument your broker supports in one platform, no limits. I don't understand what it means. Like when I read this, I think, so what? What's in it for me? And I don't get it. Okay. I was expecting the usual win rate profit factor, but you also get Sharpie ratio, max drawdown, average trade duration, losing streak. Yeah, man, this is too complex for retail investors. Your pick indicator set the conditions, and the builder shows you what will trigger and when. Spend maybe 20 minutes on my first strategy. Took longer to figure out the parameters. I was just trading. How is that a crazy good thing? I have no idea. I found out through paper trading that my strategy was entering positions right before validity specs, which the back test has not flagged clearly. Wait, is this guy saying your stuff doesn't work? Strange. I'm also skeptical of social proof with no photo. From the blog, what does that mean? They talk about us? If it's they talk about us, you should explicitly write they talk about us. Ready to start trading smarter, blah 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 blah. Your first strategy is 5 minutes away. So yeah, there's a misalignment with your value proposition. So it's not clear to me. It is not clear to me. Boom, that's it. Fly Trader. I hope this was useful to you. Send me a message. I think it was on Reddit. Let me know if this was useful to you. And if you have any updates in the next 2 to 3 weeks, let me know so I can have a look at this again. And boom, that's what's up. There was another one. Let me just close these ones. Let's have a look at the Twitter thread. Sorry, the X thread. If anyone else added something on top of that. Just refresh that just in case this was improperly cached. No. Okay. Cool. No more comments. Guys, if you have questions, it's time for you to drop your questions or your struggles so we can have a look at that. And let me see if I can answer one tactical question with the time that we have left. I think so. So let me grab my tablet and I'm going to answer that right now. Boom. All right. Let me just do this now. Boom, boom, boom. Give me 1 minute to load this up and we can get started.
Take higher when I'm with you like my fire. I'm chanting the amazing advisor, speaking to my soul's provider. Forever you're my one desire. When the night's closing in, you remind me.
right, let's go. Okay, so we have 2 questions to finish today's session. And the first question I got during this live, and I want to answer it now, is do you think starting a micro SaaS for monetizing Telegram and Discord community would be a great idea? So that is a classic form of question that I get all the time. And let me break it down to a couple of aspects. So, do you think starting a micro SaaS for monetizing Telegram and Discord communities would be a great idea? I don't understand what you mean by monetizing Telegram and Discord community. So you have a Telegram community, you want to make money from it, and so you start a micro SaaS. That sounds like you want to build something that is not connected with your goal. The question you need to answer is, how do I monetize my community? That's the direct thing. Right now, you're saying, oh, to monetize my community, I'm gonna build something completely different to get people in there and then get it out there. That sounds like an overkill. What you need to monetize your community is to do marketing and communicate about it. Like, go with content, go with ads, go to real live events, shake hands, and get people to know this community exists. That's the direct way. It's like you tell me that you want to go across the street, but in order to do that, you'll go the entire opposite direction, and because the earth is round, at some point you'll end up on the other side of the street. That's what you're trying to do. So it feels like a mismatch. If you want to monetize your Discord and Telegram, do monetizing actions. So go straight with it. Now, the second part of your question is, would this be a great idea? And this is the classic mistake I see all the time. People focus on ideas that come out of their head and then discover the world to see if it was good or not. That's not how you want to approach it. You want to approach it from a problem perspective. So don't focus on ideas, focus on problem. Is monetizing Telegrams and Discord communities a problem? And now, the simple fact that I said this, I immediately know what I have to do. I need to talk with people who have Telegram communities and Discord communities and ask them, hey guys, are you struggling with monetizing your communities? And now you can assess that. How long have you been trying to monetize your communities? What have you done? How much time have you invested? How much money have you invested? How much course have you paid to? How much masterclass have you gone through? And why are you even trying to monetize your community? Is it like because you want to make extra bucks to pay for the platform and stuff like that? Or do you want to make a living out of it because you want to leave your 9 to 5, because you are in this job that pays the mortgage, but your manager is a B, and you just want to get out of it, but the community is your way out? You see, you need to understand a bit the psychology behind this thing. And so what I would do if I were you, this is the tactical thing. You want to talk to 15 to 30 people who have Telegram or Discord communities, and you want to have that conversation, and you want to ask the questions that I just asked you. This is what I called a navigate interview. You want to run a navigate interview. And by running this navigate interview, you're going to collect what we called qualitative data as opposed to quantitative data. So you want to get qualitative data, and you want to collect verbatims. Verbatims are words, expressions, artifacts of how people talk that is very specific to them and very specific to their avatar. if you've watched this live, or if you watched my previous live, because probably I'm gonna clip this, you saw, check my previous videos where I'm reviewing landing pages. I often say the copy of your website clearly tells that you're a tech person because you're writing tech. And the reason why you're writing tech is because that's your natural language, but that's not the language of your potential customer. And so having those conversations with real people will help you extract those words, those expressions that we call verbatims, and then you'll take those verbatims and you'll copy them. And by doing this, you'll do what stand-up comedians do when they're impersonate. You know, when these guys are like talking like Obama or Trump or LeBron James or these kind of guys, they're mimicking the voice, they're mimicking the accent, but they're also mimicking the words. They sing the same words. And this is exactly what you want to do in business, and this is exactly what you want to do with your communication and your marketing. And the only way to do this is to study how they talk, the words they use, the expressions they use, and the fastest way to do that is by having one-on-one conversations with these people. So, is this a great idea? Whatever the idea that you have, put it on the side, frame it as a problem. So, people who are running Telegrams and Discord community, are they struggling with monetizing this? And how painful is the struggle? And this is what I call a rude problem, R-U-D-E, a rude problem. R stands for recognized. If I type on Google monetizing Telegram or monetizing Discord community, or how to monetize this Discord communities, or how to monetize Telegram communities, I'll find a lot of threads, I'll find a lot of answers. If I go on Reddit, I'll see a lot of people posting about this. This is how I know the problem is R validated, is recognized. Then I need to see if the problem is U, urgent. Do they want to how fast do they want to monetize their communities? Is the problem deep enough? It's like, no, it's not something like it just, there's a little leak in the pipeline. It's like the house is on fire. And is it emotional? Like, are there emotion involved? Is it hurting people? Is it affecting their businesses? Is it affecting their life? And so the more emotional it is, the better your lingo for the marketing will be. So is the problem rude, R-U-D-E, recognized, urgent, deep, and emotional? And the way to do that is to have 15 to 30 conversations with people. What I mean by conversations is, it's not sending emails, it's DMs, it's not writing posts about it. The number one way to get conversations is like this: me talking to you and you reacting to me and having a conversation. So book calls, book video calls, go to coffee shops and offer people like a free coffee in exchange of having a conversation, right? And the reason why you want this is because when you're having live conversations, you can hear what they say, but you can also see how they react, and you can dive deeper in the conversation. When they said something, you can say, hey, you just said that, can you tell me a bit more about this? How'd you feel about this? When was the last time that you felt like this? When was the last time this happened to you? Which you will not be able to do if you're just exchanging DMs or exchanging emails, or your conversation is going to take 4 months, right? And also when you're having those live conversations, you have 100%, maybe not, you have 80% of someone's attention, as opposed to when you're sending emails or DMs or stuff like that. You're sending the question, but the person is probably like partially on their phone, typing, watching an anime, playing Fortnite, or cooking some sushis. You don't know. But when you're having a conversation, you have their attention and they're focused on what you're saying. You're focused on what they're saying, and you can extract that gold data. So the way I typically do it is have a conversation, go on a Google Meet, turn on any transcript extension tool so that you can save the entire thing. Ask if you can record the session, which is even better because then you can play it back again and take notes, and then ask those questions and try to understand the desires, the hopes and fears, the frustrations, and the goal, and make it very clear, and dive in every single questions. Desires, they say, oh, I want to monetize my Discord. Oh, why is it that you want to monetize your Discord? How long have you been willing to monetize your Discord? Oh, they're gonna say, oh, because I would like to make $1,000 a month out of it. $1,000 a month out of it? Why 1,000 specifically? Why not 500? Why not 10,000? Why this number specifically? What have you tried? What worked? What didn't work? Etc. 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 So dive into these things, and then you'll be able to seize if it's an opportunity or not. If you have people who said, hey, I've lost $5,000 trying to monetize my community and I'm still stuck at zero, $5,000, and you know you can monetize this community for $1,000 worth of marketing and tactical stuff, then you know you can provide something that has a better outcome than what they've invested, and then you can position an offer. And what you want to do with this is, hey, thank you so much for this conversation. I learned so much by having this conversation with you. Here's what I'd love to do. I'm going to go back to my desk, do a little bit of homework, and I want to draft an offer for people like you who are trying to monetize their communities and they're stuck. And I would love to know if I can get back to you in, I don't know, 10, 15 days, show you the offer, show you how I can help people like you build this community. And I want your honest, no filter feedback. And you would tell me, yes, I definitely pay for this, or no, and here's why. And when you have this, you go back to the 15 people you talked to who said, yeah, I would love to do a follow-up call and you can show me the offer. And you present them the offer and you see how they react. If they say, yeah, I'm willing, yes, I love it, I'm willing to pay, get them to pay and then build a service. If they say no, and that's a blessing, ask why. And all the whys that they're going to give you, the objections, this is going to help you either improve your offer, make it bulletproof, or make it irresistible, or whatever you want to call it, or it will just tell you, okay, that's not a good problem to solve. Let's move to the next one. So that is what I would do instead of looking for an idea, and how I would be able to say, I've done enough validation so I can start building it. So I'll dive more into the validation next time with my 3-step process. But this answers this question, and we go beyond with the next point. Boom, boom, boom. If you enjoyed what you just watched, and if you have additional questions, reach out to me on my social media, and let me know. Let me know if this was helpful. I would love to get your insights and see that tactic being applied. It works. That's why I do with all the members in the kitchen, and they getting results. But let me know. I'm always curious to see how you guys find these things. Let me see if you have any questions or stuff like that. No. Cool. So that was super clear. If you enjoyed that last segment of the video, check out the YouTube channel, because I have a lot of other videos where I answer questions like this. If you want to dive more into the RUDE framework, recognize, urgent, deep, and emotional, I have a dedicated video like that on the YouTube channel, and you should watch it next. I go live every single day of the week, or nearly every single day of the week, at 11:30 a.m. EST, New York time. So check it out. Follow me on YouTube, X, Instagram. Drop me your comments, all these kind of things. You know the drill. And last but not least, if you found value in what I just gave you today, check out, I have a SaaS, check out, I have a SKOOL community. It's called the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. I help founders get money and build product that people want to pay for. Last year, I had 7 members and they generated $1.3 million of revenue in the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. And I want to make sure everyone can benefit from that and get paying customers. So I have a very, very limited high discount offer. So you can join the SaaS Kitchen for $10 a month and get access to me fixing your problem, your landing page, your offer, and get you customers. I'm Riley. I'm the Amazing Advisor. And this was Saturday's session live. See you on the next one. It's going to be Monday or Tuesday. Let me double check. Yeah, next session Monday, 11:30 EST. And see you on the next one. Boom.
When I'm lost in the maze, need a word for these days.